We all like to stick around people that we're comfortable with, but there are people, I think most of us would admit, there are people that we don't get along with so well, people that we might even avoid, people that are different to us. I remember a few years ago we had a family Christmas lunch with a difference, where my mum decided to invite over some people who didn't have anywhere else to go that Christmas. And you know, it just changed the dynamic a bit. Having people we weren't super familiar with eating around the table with us, and at first we were a little bit put off. You know, we were a bit cautious in what we were saying, and it wasn't quite the free-flowing conversation that it would have been with our family there. But towards the end of that time, you know, we really embraced each other. Even though we had quite different backgrounds and interests, there was something special about sharing that meal together. Another experience I had with somebody from a different walk of life was when I ran into this homeless guy right here in Ipswich. And you know, we struck up a bit of a friendship, and I could see that this guy wasn't really that different to me, that at a human level we could connect. And it was quite interesting actually hearing his stories of parts of the city that I wasn't aware of out in the streets. But just very interesting, and in a way my life was enriched knowing him. He moved away now, but it's an interesting thing getting to know people that are different to us. I wonder if you've got experiences like that. Now, I asked some people around here, are there places in Ipswich that you avoid? Places that have a reputation, perhaps? And this is what they said.
I don't think I'd like to live at Leichhardt. I was recently looking at buying a house, and there was suburbs that I excluded. I'd say Leichhardt, Wulkuraka. I lived in Leichhardt as a child, and I don't think I'd particularly like to go back there.
Probably not generally. I've been some pretty cool places by myself, but I think normally where I'd avoid is probably somewhere that I'm not comfortable with by myself. If I was somewhere new, I'd make sure I'm with somebody else. So, but generally not, I wouldn't avoid anywhere specific.
Actually, I've got places that I love to go here in the city. I love going to church, you know, meeting up with people after the service, just having a yarn. So, yeah.
Is there any benefit in getting to know people who are different to us? People that might make us feel a little bit uncomfortable? You know, there are places and people we might avoid for safety reasons, and we're not talking about that, but people that are just different or might rub us up the wrong way. What's the benefit in spending time with people like this? Well, I think one of the beautiful things about Jesus is the way that he lived was spending lots of time with people that everyone else left alone. The people of society that were the lowest of the low. Now, he said that those were the ones that realized their need for God. Those are the ones that had the deepest hunger for something more in their life. And those are the ones that were most receptive to what he offered. Is there more that we could do to change the world, to benefit others, if we go to where the real needs are? And the call of Jesus for those who would desire to follow him is to love those people who are hard to love. And in doing so, we might discover the beauty in every human, and indeed get to know what Jesus was all about as we follow him and copy him in doing this. Now, we all have the same basic needs. We all need forgiveness. We all need to experience God's love and to be made right with our Creator. Some just recognize that need more than others. I think as we get to know people with different points of view, our own understanding of ourselves and the world around us and of God is enlarged. I think there's many unpredictable benefits of getting to know people who are different from us. And it's all good to talk about this stuff and to, say we'll love people who are different and have needs, but we might not really do it in a very practical way. We might just give money to charity, for example. Keep people at an arm's length. But I think there's real value in getting to know people ourselves. So a challenge for you this week. Who could you get to know better? Who could you invite over for a coffee or a meal? Maybe there's something in it. Maybe you'd be surprised at what could happen when we start to get to know people who are different to us. Thank you for joining us. Maybe you don't agree with everything we're saying, and that's great. Thank you for spending time with us and doing this journey together. Encourage you to check out the description for more ways to interact, and I hope you can make it next time we film one of these videos. Bye for now.